United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has reached Nepal on an official visit to the Himalayan nation. Now, this will be his first visit to Nepal since taking office as UN Secretary General on 1st of January 2017. And this is also his second visit, as he visited Nepal in May 2007 as the UN High Commissioner for Refugees. The key agenda of his visit to Nepal is climate change and ways to mitigate its effect on livelihoods, Nepal's peace process, and also UN Sustainable Development Goals. The UNSG will visit Everest Base Camp and Annapurna Base Camps to see the impact of climate change. He will also visit birthplace of Gautam Buddha in Lumbini. During his visit, Secretary General Guterres will call on President of Nepal, Ramchandra Paudel, and hold meetings with Prime Minister Pushp Kamal Dahal and Foreign Minister N.P. Saud. DD India correspondent Shweta Singh joins us from Kathmandu. Shweta, we've just given a brief itinerary highlight to our viewers about UN Secretary General's visit to Nepal, but this will be his first visit to Nepal as the UN Secretary General. Let us spell out, let us hear more from you as to what all would be there on the agenda in detail. We've just given a broad outline to our viewers.
Yes, Preeti. Today, as Antonio Guterres is coming to Nepal, he reached here at 1 a.m. at night, and then he was received by Foreign Minister N.P. Saud. Today, in the daytime, he will be meeting PMO office. He will be meeting Pushp Kamal Dahal, and then N.P. Saud, Foreign Minister of Nepal. Followed by that, it will be meeting with President. And then today he will be meeting NC's leader Deoba also, along with KP Oli. So after meeting all the important leaders of Nepal today, tomorrow he will be going to Namche. That is the closest village to Everest Base Camp. And then he will be visiting Pokhara, Annapurna Base Camp, because these are the places where UN Secretary have visited Nepal to see what are the climate changes, how climate change is affecting Nepal, and how it can be mitigated. So what the purpose of Mr. Antonio Guterres is to come to Nepal is to see climate change and review the peace process of Nepal also, because we see when Maoist People's War was ceasefire, after that how Nepal is coping up with its life, how it is progressing, to observe that UN Secretary General is coming here, as well as climate change is one at the top. And you see, 2 months back, even in Nepal hosted for SDGs summit, where at what level it have achieved the goals. That discussion was very hot that time. Nepal is making its way to achieve sustainable development goals that once when it is achieved, or at least at a closer level, so it will be coming out of these developed countries list. See, this visit is actually taken very proudly by Kathmandu, by Nepal, because they get a chance to show the world how Nepal is a tourism place and it's a development process. And because today you see it is at the center of attraction today. As UN Secretary General visits Nepal, everybody is eyeing to see what is happening here and how Nepal is coping up with the peace process, with its development goals. So I think Nepal is very happy about receiving UN Secretary General in Kathmandu.
Right, Shweta, now this is not for the first time that the UN Secretary General will be meeting the leadership of Nepal. On many other international fora in the past also, we've seen Prime Minister Dahal meet with the UN Secretary General. But can we get more from you as to what kind of role could the UN Secretary General play in Nepal's peace process? Can we get more from you on this as well? Because there is some positivity that has been seen in Nepal with regard to this.
Yeah. Actually, visit of UN Secretary General Mr. Antonio to Nepal is on invitation of Pushp Kamal Dahal. So he came here twice. He met at an international forum, and then from there he was invited, and he is here. The peace process, you see, because Nepal have really struggled in the past with its Maoist war, People's War, to gain democracy. So there has been a lot of struggle for getting democracy in Nepal, because earlier it was monarchy. After monarchy ended, had there was a stiff war here. And to overview this, Mr. Antonio is here. along with development goals, how Nepal is working on that. But it is, see, earlier, because there were lots of deaths during this peace process, attainment of peace process, they have struggled hard. There were many common people who died. They sacrificed their life to attain democracy in Nepal. So to overview, have a look on that, how Nepal is doing on that front. And see, because it's UN Secretary General coming to Nepal, so it's definitely Nepal wants to showcase the best part of it, the
Right.
best of its development, how it have moved to a normal life, people living happily, accepting democracy, media being free. So all these highlights Nepal want to show to the world, because now it is having global attention. As Mr. Antonio Guterres is here, definitely international media is looking here, what is happening in Nepal, how it is
Yes.
moving forward. So they want to show the best. Um, I hope so today in the PMO's office. I think we'll get a better update. I can update at that time.
All
More
right,
what is
Shweta, we leave it here. Thank you for joining in with those details. So that was our correspondent joining us from Nepal, putting into perspective for us how significant is the visit of UN Secretary General to Nepal.